Welcome to the Sircmified News Studio. Today we are going to react to a video called The Simpsons Did It Again in 2026. Did what again, you may ask? If you're not familiar with subliminal in cartoons, or otherwise also known as predictive programming, wherein a cartoon episode may predict an event occurring before it actually manifests in real life. Most people simply brush this off as mere coincidences. But I say, is it really a coincidence if not one, but multiple predictions occur in a cartoon? And cartoons like The Family Guy, South Park, and The Simpsons seem to do this a lot. And we never know if it's going to be a normal episode or an event being predicted. We only find out later down the timeline, like these predictions that took place in recent years.
I've got 5 far-out Simpsons predictions that came true. Number 5. In 1993, a character resembling Siegfried and Roy was attacked by a white tiger, which happened in real life 10 years later. 4. In 1998, The Simpsons showed Disney acquiring 20th Century Fox after Homer gave executives a movie pitch. 20 years later, Disney made it happen. 3. Homer writes an equation on a chalkboard that, when solved, seems to predict the mass of the Higgs boson particle, which wasn't discovered until 2012. 2. Homer becomes a FIFA World Cup referee amidst widespread accusations of bribery and corruption. 1 year later, FIFA was hit by those exact same accusations. And numero uno, long before the 2016 election, The Simpsons portrayed Donald Trump as president. Life often imitates art, my friends. Predictive programming! Excuse me.
Convinced yet? Trump is now the president. Who would have thought? Apparently The Simpsons did, but how did they know? Who comes up with these scripts? Things like this makes me feel like we live in a simulation, not that of God, but that which is manipulated and ran by evil individuals who work behind the scenes just to mess with the masses. And 2026 barely started there, already seems to be more predictions. Let's take a look.
Every year, there are new Simpson predictions, but 2026 predictions feel different. While the internet is flooded with AI fakes, a specific 1993 Simpsons prediction seems to be coming true right now. From a strange sudden new virus to autonomous AI agents moving into our homes.
And honestly, The Simpsons aren't even alone in predicting this. The movie Contagion did the same thing years before everything went down, in 2011. Watching that after real-world events is honestly chilling. The outbreaks, the fear, the shortages, the conspiracy theories, even the way society reacts step by step.
Today, we're revealing the predictions The Simpsons actually got right for 2026. While some dismiss these Simpsons predictions as simple probability, others see them as glances into the future or unusual coincidences. With over 800 episodes in the vault, The Simpsons indeed has a massive volume of data to pull from, but the sheer accuracy of their 2026 predictions is forcing even skeptics to look closer. Today, we're not just looking at the lucky guesses, we're diving into 2 specific episodes that seem to predict our current reality. Starting with a 1993 episode that mirrors our world so closely. And after you hear about this episode, it's hard to believe it's simply a coincidence.
I remember that episode. They called it the Osaka flu, and it spreads from overseas. People start coughing everywhere, the town freaks out, misinformation spreads faster than the virus itself, and suddenly Springfield is in full meltdown mode. So yeah, either these creators are time travelers, or they orchestrated this because they already knew what will be put forth to mess with us and to gloat, as they find some kind of malignant pleasure in watching humanity suffer at their hands. It's all chess to them, and we're the pawns.
Chances are, if you've seen the news lately, you have heard about the current health scare people are facing in cities like New York City. There has been many reports of a new virus that has been going around New York and other states as of late.
Flu season is proving to be a severe one, and a new variant is spreading quickly. It's known as subclade K, and health experts say it's driving a rise in illnesses and hospitalizations across the country. Joining me now for more on the variant and what to look out for this flu season is HER's Chief Medical Officer, gynecologist, and women's health expert, Dr. Jessica Shepard. Dr. Shepard, it's always great to see you. Let's jump right in with this particular strain of the flu proving to be quite a challenge. Talk about whether this is more contagious and why it's such a problem now.
All right, so this is the part where my brain starts connecting way too many dots. However, this feels less like a prediction and more like the sequel nobody asked for. Like, the first one dropped, and everyone was shocked, confused, scrambling, and now the trailer for Part 2 is quietly playing in the background. The Simpsons timeline makes it feel like the writers were saying, "Yeah, you thought that was it? Nah, that was just the warm-up." If this is as serious as I think it may become, my initial thought is, are we actually prepared this time? If this really is round 2, I just hope we at least handle it much better. Back to the video.
Yeah, Wade, what we've seen for this one is that they've actually called this new variant the super flu. And the reason why we're calling it super flu is not necessarily the intensity of it, but it's how quickly it's being spread. And so when we look at hospitalizations, that's another reason why we look at how active is this. And for a very high flu activity, we are seeing much more increase in actual admissions to the hospital, and that's only increasing every week.
The mutated H3N2 variant emerged earlier this year and quickly gained dominance across the Northern Hemisphere, leading many people to wonder about this new virus. Knowing The Simpsons has a history of predicting these things, it didn't take long for people to find an episode that seems to have predicted this all the way back in 1993, over 30 years ago. That episode, which seemed to have predicted the situation, was called Margin Chains. In the season's 4 episode Margin Chains, a factory worker in Osaka, Japan admits to having the flu. He then coughs into a box containing a juice loosener, which ends up carrying the infection all the way to Homer's home in Springfield. When the product arrives in Springfield, Homer opens it and unknowingly contracts the virus. Others who purchase the same juicer also end up contracting the virus as well. Because of this, it triggers a town-wide flu epidemic, infecting everyone in Springfield. Eventually, the virus was called the Osaka flu, and it was labeled a dangerous virus infecting just about everyone in Springfield. This sparks chaos in Springfield, with everyone fearing the virus, leading many of Springfield's residents to start rioting and demanding a cure.
Please don't tell the supervisor I have the flu. I've been working with a shattered pelvis for 3 weeks.
Wow. This just reminded me of something I heard briefly on the news in 2019. There was this Chinese doctor, a whistleblower, who tried to warn people early on about the virus spreading before it went global. And then suddenly, he's gone. A mysterious death. And I'm not here claiming I know exactly what happened, because none of us do. But here's a clip I found.
Dr. Li Wenliang, a 34-year-old doctor from Wuhan, died in February of a COVID-19 infection. Dr. Li died on February 7th at 2:58 a.m. according to the hospital at 4 a.m. But conflicting messages about Li's condition has surfaced on media outlets since February 6th, when he went into cardiac arrest at around 7:20 p.m. According to the New York Times, some media outlets published the information, which was later removed. In early 2020, the virus was rapidly spreading in Wuhan, China, where the pandemic first took hold. On January 12th, Dr. Li arrived at hospital with a fever, a lung infection, and other symptoms. According to several doctors who reviewed his medical reports for the Times, Dr. Li was seriously ill by the 3rd day and required oxygen support.
There seems to be a common theme here, because every time someone tries to sound the alarm early, and then they go silent, that's when the questions start flooding in. Was it just tragic timing? Was it misreported? Or did someone decide he was a problem, like, did they take him out so he wouldn't mess up an agenda? Again, I'm not saying that's the truth. I'm saying that's the question people keep asking. And when stories don't feel fully explained, human curiosity fills in the gaps, sometimes in uncomfortable ways. So I want to know what you think. Coincidence? Cover-up? Something in between? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is one of those moments where everyone sees it a little differently, and I'm genuinely curious where you land. I'll have to stop this video here. If you want to watch the rest of the video, the original video will be in the description. That's it for us at Sircmified Studios. See you in the next one.